People always say college is about late nights, studying, partying, pulling all-nighters. But you know, nobody warns you about the nights where sleep isn't just impossible, it's dangerous. It was around 3 in the morning when it happened. My roommate was snoring, one leg dangling off his bunk, while I just stared at the ceiling, cursing my caffeine intake. The dorm was unusually quiet. No footsteps in the hall, no muffled music through the walls. Just the hum of the radiator and the tick-tick of my alarm clock glowing red on the nightstand. 3:00 a.m. That's when I heard it. At first, I thought it was the radiator groaning, but the sound was too deliberate. Scratching, slow, steady, like claws dragging against wood. From beneath my bed, my pulse spiked instantly, the kind of adrenaline surge you can't rationalize away. I held my breath, waiting. Another scrape, closer this time. My hair prickled at the back of my neck. I wanted to tell myself it was a mouse. Hell, even a raccoon. But the sound was heavier, intentional. I leaned over the edge of my bed. The space below was pitch black. My phone was on the desk across the room. Of course it was. Then, silence. I almost convinced myself it was nothing when something shifted under the mattress. The whole bed frame shook, just enough to rattle the springs. My heart pounded so loud I was sure it would wake my roommate. But he didn't stir. He kept breathing, oblivious. And then it emerged. First, a hand, too thin, too long, fingers bending at wrong angles, scraping the tile as it pulled itself out. Then the head, tilting up, face pressed flat against the side of my mattress before rising to meet mine. Its smile was impossibly wide, jaw unhinged, just enough to show rows of clicking teeth, like typewriter keys slamming in sequence. Its eyes were pits, dark and wet, reflecting only the faint glow of the clock. I couldn't move. My body locked in terror. My chest burned as I held air, praying it couldn't hear the thunder of my heartbeat. It crawled higher, joints snapping quietly with every movement. Its body was too long, limbs folding wrong, torso dragging like it had been stretched too thin. When it reached my face, it whispered. Not words, just breath. Cold and damp against my ear. The temperature plummeted. Sweat chilled instantly on my skin. I shivered so hard the bed frame creaked. I wanted to scream, but nothing came out. And then the guilt hit. Out of nowhere, my mind dragged up a memory I'd buried, freshman orientation. I'd humiliated someone. A stupid joke at someone else's expense, whispered to a group, repeated until it spread. I'd laughed, denied it, and watched that person drift away from everyone. I never apologized. I never thought about it again. Until now. The creature's smile widened, like as if it knew. Its head tilted, neck bending way too far to the side. And those clicking teeth started tapping faster, like applause or something. I shut my eyes tight, whispering prayers, half-formed promises, apologies to a face that would never hear them. When I opened them again, it was gone. The room was empty. My alarm still glowed 3 a.m., my roommate was still snoring. The silence was, honestly, absolute. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. At dawn, I stumbled to the cafeteria, pale and shaking. When I told a friend, he laughed nervously. "You've been up too late," he said. Another told me I needed a break, that stress makes your brain invent things. Maybe, maybe not. Because last night, as I lay down, I heard it again. The scratching beneath the bed. I'm telling you, if you've ever felt something crawl out from the shadows of your dorm, if you've ever heard teeth clicking in the dark when no one else reacted, don't ignore it. Share your story. Maybe together we can find refuge, but beware. Don't pretend it isn't there. People who have, their stories never end well. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe and follow us for more bone-chilling chronicles. Join us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky for more, if you dare.